And welcome back to episode number 16. And as you remember from the last few episodes, we did Steam. So I thought to myself, well, now we have lots of Steam and power. What are we gonna use it for? Well, I just made myself some Tesseract frames. And by the way, I made another one of these, and it's also filled up. And they're still just coming along nicely, using a little bit of ethanol. And making steel also. It takes a while, of course, but I collected 8 ender pearls, which was kind of a pain, but yeah, you know what, worth it. And you just put 1 bucket of ender into this thing, and it'll suck up, and it'll fill up, of course, the frame. So you get these things, untreated Tesseract frames, into unattuned, of course, and I want to make the energy ones so that I can transport energy. So you can see our first one is done. It requires 4 each, 4 ender pearls, which you of course just burn in this thing. And let's see. Come on. There we go. Let's get a little bit of this stuff. And you of course want to make 2. Oh, that was stupid. I just want to make 2 of those. You want to make 2 in total, because otherwise you can only send or receive power, which is kind of silly. There we go. They don't stack, so be careful with that. And I'm just gonna plop it down right here and increase the max up to 100. And I'm just gonna call this frequency 1 and main power or something. You can actually call it whatever you want. Just add it right there. Click the check mark and all that stuff. I'm just always gonna no redstone signal, whatever, and it's just public. Doesn't matter, because I'm of course on a single player. But if you're on multiplayer, you can make it private so that only you can get it. I mean, it's not fun having people steal your stuff, right? So that is an option. I've just set up a new quarry. You can see it coming along nicely. Just added this little void pipe thing so that we don't get these 3 things. It just fills it up. Just stupid. But yeah, void pipe you just make by an ink sac, redstone, and a piece of glass. And I don't want flint. Flint sucks. So you just put it in there. It's just a ghost item, and you can throw it on the ground. Doesn't matter. Whatever. I just have the force engines going with a little bit of force in them. But you know what? These force engine kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. So we're gonna set this thing right next to. Just click this thing and apply it, and you can see we have lots of power flowing through our system. So that now the steam is being used to power this stuff. And that is really nice, because now we don't have to worry about that. And we just always have a ton of power to power this quarry. You can see it's going a lot faster now. But it's just all cobblestone. Takes a while for it to go down to the deepest and get the real good stuff. You can of course expand the quarries, and you do that by using landmarks, which I'll get to soon, I hope. Maybe. Don't know. I can just quickly show you the recipe for landmarks, but I don't have any lapis right now, so it's yeah, this piece of lapis and a redstone torch. You get landmarks. You just need 3 of those, I think, and you can make a 64 by 64 quarry or anything in between that. So now that you've seen how Testracts work, I don't know. I'm really low on resources, which is why I want this core to go again. You can see I dug a hole here first, yeah, and a hole here. Then I started this one, but I ran into lava midway. So now I've made a new one over here. And lava is, of course, a very useful power source, because it's a lot of power. Holy sh! It's just so fast, man. It's using 45 megajoules per tick, so it's kinda, wow. But it's also losing 25% if you send power, because, yeah, it's not cheap. But I of course have a lot of power. I'm producing 20 mj per tick by using a little bit of ethanol. You can see it's already heated up, and I'm producing a nice amount. You can see it going down quickly because we're using 25 more than we're actually getting. All with the 25% and all that stuff, we're actually losing like 50. We're actually using 50 and only producing 20, so it's a 30 difference, which is falling by all the time. So I might turn on the other engines, you know, the biofuel engines that produce 12, all three of them together. But I don't know. It just seems kind of weird. And by the way, my nuclear reactor no more has stuff, so I need to do that. Also, not using a whole lot. You can see it's powered on, but there's no uranium in there, and that is, of course, a very safe design right here. You can actually use, if you get all these here and all these here covered by these things, and just some really good coolant cells right here and here, you can actually get 4 uranium cells together, which is actually, I think it's 50, no, it's actually 80 EU per tick, which is a lot. And we've already produced a lot of ethanol, so I don't think we'll ever run out. And these Tesseract can also be used for items or liquids. But there's another awesome mod. I think it's created by Chicken Bones. It's called Ender something, which adds Ender tanks and Ender chests, which are awesome. So I'll get into them next time, hopefully. If you want to see them, I'll transport like ethanol from over there to here, so I don't need to manually fill them with buckets, because that's kind of silly. Actually, just turning this on will give me some more power. I actually just want to get rid of this little bit of biofuel that I have, so I can get these off of here and start adding more steam engines, like a few, and I'll probably make like a huge boiler soon. You see, we're having lots of that stuff, so I want like 10 in here, I think, like the same there. Yeah, you can see they're for some reason just keeping it right there, which is nice and all, but it doesn't make sense. Whatever. I now create a lot of power, not a lot, but a decent amount of power, and using more than I have. But the quarry, of course, won't be running always. So I'll see you on the next episode, where I'll hopefully make some ender chests and a better industrial craft power, which you'll see then. So, bye.